So happy new year, everyone. Nice to have you guys around again. I'm sure you've been enjoying the free classes. It's a delight for me to make them. So today we're going to be talking about video editing, as we already advertised. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to start with this very basic explanation that I do, and I will draw a rectangle in my Canva workspace, and then once I do this explanation, then I'll go ahead and begin to introduce the class. So I'm drawing this rectangle, and I'm going to draw it all the way. So we're taking this. I'm not wasting time, so I'm getting straight to it. So I'm taking this as a video strip. Imagine the VHS of those days. You took out the strip inside that cassette, and then you had to edit, because at every point in time along the line, something happened. Okay, so let me do it this way. Let me change the color. So I'm assuming this is something, because again, video is just picture in motion, and then like that and like that. And then somewhere along the filming, the person who you were filming, or the people you were filming, somebody made a mistake or did something that was not for the final cut, that's not going to be shown on the movie, and you have to get rid of it. What you do basically is to get rid of this thing, and then take these two and bring it up together. Now, if you can understand these basics, you will understand video editing on the most basic level it is. Same thing happens now that you have pulled it together. You also have to reduce the time it ends, and it ends just here. So it also follows that, say for instance, something that did not happen in this whole scene, we want to change, or for instance, this scene, maybe the person that what he said, he was supposed to say it at the end, and he has said it at the beginning. So let's go back. He said this thing here. Let me change the color. He said something here, or did something here that it's supposed to be at the end. All I need to do is cut it, take it out, bring these two, drag them in place to where they should be, bring what was not where it's supposed to be to where it should be. If you can understand this, you understand the basics of video editing. I'll also use one last example, and that is text. So your text paragraph here, that's the default text that we have here. If I actually, while typing, made a mistake in writing some things, the basic knowledge about editing text is to go to where you want to edit, bring up your cursor, delete it. If you want to add something, put your cursor where you want to add it and add it. So having understood that, that's how video editing works. So I'm going to walking you guys through a process of a step-by-step. So first, the interface. So as you all know, this area, the white area, is your canvas. That is where all of the magic happens. I'm going to show you something just to keep your appetite whet. Now that was done in Canva. I'll just increase the size for more visibility, and I'm going to play it again. Okay, so I'm sure this should make somebody stay through to the end, having seen this. So I'm going to delete this. And like I said, this is your canvas area. Down here is your timeline. That's where you work on your video. That's where you cut. Just understanding these two basics is enough for us to get started. So how do I get my clip imported? So before this class, for the sake of this class, and to teach how to edit video, I took the pain to record a very funny fictitious video. So I'm going to import it by going to upload, and I'm going to locate where the video is. It's in my movies, and this should be it, if I'm correct. This should be it here. So I'm opening it up, and it's loading up here. So for the sake of audio not clashing, I'm going to bring it in, and I would first thing you will learn is that I'm going to come to the audio here, and I'm going to try to bring it very, very low so that it's not clashing with my voice as I'm speaking now. So I brought this in. Okay, it's done uploading now, and I'm going to stretch it on the corner to fit in to my screen. Now that's how you import video. It's that simple. So I'm going to play it for you to see. I'm doing this thing that is moving around. I call it playhead. So I'm going to drag it to the beginning, and I'm going to play. Okay, I think I should give it some audio, at least a little bit. Okay.
Hello guys. So I want to talk about my travel to Asia today. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about my travel to Asia today. So last 2 years, I and a couple of friends, we had this idea of how about us going to Asia, and that's particularly because one of us had lived in Japan before. So on that trip, we were very apprehensive. I was part of the apprehensive team.
Now I'm going to pause it so I don't bore you. So the idea of this video was that I deliberately recorded a video where I was just talking about something fictitious. It's never happened. I've never been to Japan. But basically, I made mistakes. I deliberately made those mistakes, just allowed myself flow. And some places I didn't deliberately make them. But basically, it's for the purpose of editing. So which takes us to the next thing in this video work, which is streaming. So now, down this line I told you is your timeline. To see that timeline at a stretch, because sometimes it stretches farther than the reach of your screen, like you can see here. Come down here, you'll see zoom page, but beneath the one that is highlighted right now, there's another one. Just be careful to click it, and you can see the white selection. Now, I'm going to use this to reduce the view so that it comes into my view. So I'm dragging this ball to the left to keep the number of the extent to which it is zoomed in my view. Now, I want to assume that at the beginning, he said some things that were supposed to be said after.
Hello guys. Hello guys. So changing.
Okay, so I'm going to mute the audio because it's looping back in itself. So let's assume this is the point where he said something I don't want him to say, and I want it to start here. Having listened to it, I move closely with it, and once I've verified that this is the point where it should start, right click and locate split page. So once I click split, this part becomes one portion and this part becomes another portion. Note the purple outline around it. So I'm going to get rid of this by either clicking on this 3 pull dots and locating the delete on the options here, delete page, or I just basically click on it and press delete on my keyboard, and then I have my video start where it should start. Now we'll go to, that's how to trim. It's not more than that. Okay, another way to trim is, for instance, if I know that this is where it should start, I can keep my playhead here and I'll drag this from this end. When I see this my cursor change to a 2-edged arrow. So I know where I'm going is somewhere around there. I'll just stop it there, and it snaps back to the beginning, and I can have my video play again. Okay, so after that, let's create a fictitious split. The shortcut for that is I can click on press S on my keyboard. So I'm going to do it at 3 different places. So now if I do away with this portion, for instance, and I play this, there will be like an unnatural jump. Watch. Can you see that? There was an unnatural jump. To avoid that, we're going to be using transitions. So that leads us to talking about transitions. So I'm going to start with this, and I'll go in between. Let me zoom again with this ball here. So I'm going to come here, and there's a plus sign, and below that plus sign, The plus sign is to hide the page. If I hide the page, I will keep a page in between them. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to undo it, Ctrl Z, and I'm going to come back to the one below the plus sign, which is add transition. And immediately I see transitions on the left. So now I want it to transition to the next one, either with all of these options. So for instance, in this place, because of how unnatural that movement was, watch it again. What I'm going to do is, the audio may have worked. Like I said, I'm muting the audio for the sake of sanity, so that you're not hearing me and it's looping back in the recording. So for sanity, I've muted it. So the audio may have sounded well between this place where he's nodding and then this place where he suddenly bows forward, which doesn't look very natural. So however, even though the audio sounds well, when watching it, that will not be pleasant. So what to do is to hide the transition. So come between that place that I said, between the two scenes, and then click on add transition, which gives you this option. So you can then work with any of these options. In this case, because it's still saying the same thing, I would prefer to dissolve into it such that it looks as if it was deliberate. So I'll reduce the timing of the dissolve. If I increase the timing of the dissolve, if I play it, watch what happens. It takes a lot of time for it to dissolve into the other one. So I'm going to reduce the time frame so that it looks a bit more deliberate. So I'm going to play that again. Now watch as it gets here. And then it just goes on like that. So you can change the transition. Say for instance, he has finished talking about something and is entering to another chapter. So let's say he's talking about another place here. Maybe he said, we went to see the Big Ben. We saw an elephant in Thailand. So I'm going to split this place. Like I said, you can right click and split page, or just press the S on your keyboard. So I'm going to click split page. So I'm saving this place. Like you can see now, if you look at it, if I select, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 scenes. Let's do one more scene, just deliberately. So I'll click on this and press S on my keyboard just to split it where the playhead is. So now I want to add transitions. So I'm assuming that this portion is the beginning and this portion is the end, and in between are transitions. We've already added a transition in the middle somewhere here. So at the beginning, I'll click on this. I'm going to go to animate, and at the beginning I want it to come in like a flow of ink. So on the left here, you can see that it wipes in like a brush. But what I'm looking for is something more like this. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to set it to on enter. On enter means that when the scene finishes, it doesn't show this effect again. If I leave it on both, it's going to show it at the beginning and when it is entering the other scene. So I'm going to leave it on enter. You can also use any format, any of the options available here. I think this is also another good one. All the ways you can use it are here. So as you click on them, it shows you how it will behave. So I think I'll just stay with the ink, and I think I like, let me see the bloom. Yeah, I think I prefer this. So it looks as if it appears out of nowhere. So that's that. Then between that and the next scene, I want to add a transition. I'm going to click here again, and it's looking like he's opening a new chapter after he has done the introduction here. So what I'm going to do is I can either use this. It's up to you. It's just up to you. So I'm going to use this, and I can change the colors to reflect the color of the surrounding. So I'll click on the first color here and click on the plus sign, take the eyedropper tool, take the red, click again, go there, click the eyedropper tool, take the cupboard color, and on like that. I can take another shade of red, maybe the lighter red, and play around with it, and do the same with the brown, the lighter part. And when we play that, this is what we have. It's introducing. And when it's done introducing, it wipes into a new place where it begins to talk. So like that, you've started editing video. It's that simple, guys. Canva is one crazy simple tool that I use every day as a senior designer, even at my work. So next would be how to speed up or slow down a footage. So let's say at this point, it was talking about something and not necessarily something that, I mean, maybe his voice was not audible, but we just wanted to show it and slow him down. What we'll do is click on that part of the footage, go to playback, and in playback you'll see the speed. The ideal normal speed that he is natural, the natural speed is always set to 1 by default. So if I bring it down, let's see what will happen. Can you see what's happening below? Keep your eyes here. As I'm doing this, is stretching it, which means it becomes slow. And that's how to slow down a footage in Canva. So even if all you wanted to do was to slow down a footage, just bring it into Canva, click on it here, come up here to playback, and drag down this setting here. Or if you want to speed it up, let's bring it. When it was at 1, this is, we can gauge the length. It's just about this size. So if I want to speed it up, watch what happens as I drag the setting to the right. It looks like, let's see, it looks like he is going to speak very fast. Suddenly, network. That's very fast. And then by the time it leaves there, you can see that its action becomes natural again. So that's how to speed up or slow down on Canva for a video. So next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to add B-rolls. So for instance, he was talking about his journey. He talked about going to Asia and how he saw an elephant, and then they went from there to UK where they saw a Big Ben. B-rolls basically are those shots that when a person is talking or there is an action happening, but you're showing something else to reflect what the person is talking about. Say for instance, I'm talking about mathematics and I say algebra. I'm just saying this, it doesn't mean anything. I say algebra looks like when you go to the market and you are talking to the woman and you say, I don't know how much you sell this, but how much can you collect? And while I'm saying that in the video, which the person is watching, you show a market just to reflect what this person is talking about. So we're going to see how to add a B-roll right now. So for instance, we've agreed that at this point in the video, maybe this place we sped up, we are agreeing that he went to the UK. So let's go and look for, he said he saw the Big Ben. The Big Ben is an iconic building in the UK. So on Elements, I'm searching for Big Ben. And in Big Ben, I am looking for videos. I mean, in Elements, I'm looking for videos. So I go to videos, and this is Big Ben everywhere. So I can bring Big Ben in. Now, notice something. This Big Ben, right above it, every of the video, they have time stamps on them telling you how long they are. Now, if you notice, if we bring our cursor here, you will see just above the playhead when I drop my cursor here, and the cursor here, I don't know why I call it cursor, you'll see the timing, which is 6.6. Now, if I bring this in, I want you to watch what happens. So I'm going to click on this and bring it in. It immediately spreads to the 12 seconds of this Big Ben video. So I want the Big Ben video to be the one that will adjust to the length of the video, because otherwise, that means this video will play and then the Big Ben, the video would have finished talking and then the Big Ben will still be there. So here's what I'm going to do. I would scale this to fill the space, and then I'll go to playback. I'll reduce the speed of Big Ben. I mean, increase the speed of Big Ben until I come back to about the same timing as it had. But a better way to do it would be, before increasing the size of Big Ben, click on the footage, which is I think it was 6.6. It was 6.8, sorry. And then this one is about 12. What I'll just do is come to this and click on this. Sorry, let me do that again. I'll click on this video, which is going to be the B-roll, and then type the timing of the one below, which is 6.8. So I'll delete that, 6.8, enter. And it automatically just reduces the Big Ben video to the size of the video beneath it. So this is how it then plays. After this guy has finished talking here, and then it gets to the place where he's saying, and so we went to the UK and we saw this building. And network is behaving. Okay, so back, and then we saw the Big Ben. The Big Ben was this, and the Big Ben was that. Then it comes back to him again, and here he's talking about that wheel. There's a great wheel in the UK, that they visited also. I don't know what that thing is called, so let me just look for big wheel UK. Yes, this is it. So I'm going to use this video footage. Like I said earlier, this is about 15 seconds. But if you look at this video here is just about 14.6 seconds. So I'm going to make sure I'm clicked on this, and I'm going to click on this video to bring it in. Bringing it in, I'm going to bring it to cover that area. So if we play all of this video together now, I'm going to fast forward so as not to bore you. Okay, I think we're about to get where it says Big Ben, yeah. Then after that, still talking about the Big Ben, then the wheel, and then probably after that, it goes back to him talking. Okay, so that's how you do B-rolls in Canva. Now, to the big one, which is subtitles. You know, within Canva, you can actually add subtitles now, and I'm going to show you how to add that. So just bring your cursor to the beginning, go to text, and come to captions. So click on captions, and if you choose to just have captions on certain areas alone, you can select where you want them or where you don't want them. But the ideal thing really is that you don't have this ones there, because it's going to be reading the video that is on top. So I'm going to do away with them. I'm going to do away with the videos. I can bring my B-rolls in when I'm done editing, so that I can have, let me go back. Let's do it afresh. Go back to text, captions, and then I can say generate captions. So it will take its time to look through the video and process the video and then generate a caption for you. So while that is happening, I'll come back to this. Let me just bring it up here. While that is generating, I would like to show you something else, motion graphics that we can do in Canva. So I'm going to play this quickly. Okay, so how did I do this? Quickly, I'm going to break down the first page, then I'll just make a demo of how I did this, and then we'll go back to the file that was loading. So I'm going to show you from the beginning. There is a video here to which I applied the ink effect. Then above it is a text to which I applied the burst effect. Then I had these images put together. So that is where I'm going to start from, because I've already shown you this at the beginning. So let's go to this page. I'm going to select all of these guys here, Control X to cut it off. I'm going to delete all of this, and then I'll add a new page so that we can start afresh together. So I assume that you can get in your images by going to your uploads, go to images. If you have an image, you drag them in, whatever you have as images. In this case, we have these people, and I've arranged them in the order I want them to be. So I'm going to do this. Now I want to navigate with my, I want my computer to navigate to each of them. And as it navigates to each of them, it shows their names. And as it's showing the names of each, it's blurring out every other person. So I'm going to do it for the first three people. So this is what we're going to do. I'll reduce the timing a little bit to about 3.1 second. That's fine. Then I'll make a duplicate of that same page. Now on this page, I'm going to select one, and I'm going to go to edit, go to blur, and from blur I will choose all image. Most times it comes as brush, but you go to all image and increase the intensity of the blur. So I think this is fine. I'll go back, and I'm going to apply this blur to everybody except the first person I want to show. In this case, maybe this woman in pink. So I'm going to take this brush, which is copy style, and paste it on this lady. Take the brush again, copy style, paste on this guy, and on like that. Are you being stubborn? Okay. Let me click again. Okay, great. So I haven't done that. Then I now select everybody. I would use this thumbnail zoom again, the one above, to zoom out so that when I'm dragging, I can see what I'm doing. So I'm dragging in this way, and I'm going to focus just on this elderly woman. This is part of how I did the video I showed you in the beginning. Then I'm going to make a duplicate of this also again, and this time I want just this man's face to be bright, to be clear. Or let's do the guy in red. So what I'll do is I'll go click one, go to position, layers, select everybody, or select the first person maybe at the top or below, and hold shift on my keyboard and click the last person. So it brings everybody into view, into the selection. So I'm going to drag down this way, but before I go too far, I'll copy the style of clarity that this man has for the face I want to do next, and I'll take this blur from either this guy or this woman and copy that to this face. Why is it taking forever? I'm copying this blur from here to this elderly woman. Come on now. Okay, it's applied now. All right, so then I'll select again, go to position, everything is selected, and I'm going to drag this guy into view. Then I'll select again, and I'll do it one more time. Like I said, I'm doing for 3 people. This time, maybe for this white guy. Great. So we'll select everything, go to position, make sure all of them are selected. Okay. I'm going to take this clear style, apply it to this face, and take this blurry style, apply it to this guy's face. And then I'm selecting everybody again with Control A, and I'm bringing this guy's face into view. Now, if we play it, it's going to be a bit jumpy. Let me just play it for you to see. So it's just jumpy. From here, it goes to the next person. From here, it goes to the next person. It's not very interesting. The way to make it interesting is to click on this first video of the people and come to where you add transition. In adding transition, choose match and move, and then apply between all pages. So it applies that effect. You don't have to do it one by one again. It applies that effect across every one of them. So if we play that now, let's see what it looks like. Meet the team. Everybody is in view. See that? It zooms close to the person, zooms to the next, and it zooms to the next. You can now add some more extra action. This is where I'm going to show you how to add titles. So let me zoom close to the work. So we're going to give each of them names. So we can say Bola Udumbo. Okay. I can add an effect so that the text can stand out. Let me change it to blue and change the text to white. Okay. So I'll copy that text. Sorry. Before I copy the text, I'm going to add an animation to it. Maybe I want it to swipe in like this. So then I'll copy it and go to the next slide, paste it, and maybe move it up here now. This time this will be Jack Jones. Copy that also, come here, paste, and I'm going to call him Chuck Norris. All right, so if you watch it play now, meet the team, picture of the team, Bola Odumbo, Jack Jones, Chuck Norris. I'm sure this is getting interesting already. So the next thing is you want to add music to something like this. So how do you do that? You go to your uploads, go to your audio, and you must have uploaded an audio somehow. Or if you don't have audio, you can go to Element and look for an audio. Let me look for Cool Corporate. And above here, I'll slide until I see audio. So I'll just sample the sound by clicking on them. Okay, I think I like this. So I'll bring my cursor to the beginning, my playhead rather, to the beginning, and I'm going to click this. It applies the sound, and you can see that the sound is definitely longer than the entire video. So what I will do is I'll look for an interesting place in the audio. I'll drag it around until I get to the place. It will take a couple of me listening and going back and forth. But let's assume I'm fine. I'll then play just to be sure that it's good. Okay, so of course we didn't end this video very well, so I'm just using it as for example's sake. So the next thing will be I want this sound to play very well to the beginning and to the end. Okay, let's try and create an ending for it. I'll duplicate this video by clicking on this thumbnail and Ctrl D. Then I'll drag this to the end, just as an example. So what I'll do is I'll come here and change this to the end. I can as well change this video if I want. So what I'll then do now is at the point where it's going to end, I'll add a transition, maybe a different transition, something like this, and come back to the audio. I want it to end smoothly because it's starting sharply and it's ending sharply. Let's hear it one more time. Okay, it's ending too abruptly. And now that we've added this video, the audio is not stretching to the end of the video. So we need to do that by, sorry, let me drag out my timeline a little bit for your view. So I'm going to drag from the end where the purple line ends to the end. So to avoid that sudden start and sudden end, click on the audio, come to fade and fade in, then fade out. So to the degree how much you do this is to the degree of how much it will fade in and fade out. So I like it to fade out a bit faster than it fades in at the beginning. So if we play it now, you see the sound came in slowly, but I can even make it even more. Go back to fade. Let's increase the fading. Let's play it. You won't hear anything then. You need to hear stop. Good. Okay, so another good thing is that you can copy something between your file in Canva. This is what I mean. That work that we had going, generating the caption, I can copy what I have here, for instance, and I'll go back there. It has done all the caption for us. I've come back here. So if we play this video, let me increase the audio a little bit. Oh, to increase the audio now, I'll have to do that for every one of them. Audio. Bring it up. So basically what I did there, I'm sorry, I ought to have carried you along. What I did there was I clicked on the first one, held on to my shift, click on the last one. So that selects everything in between. Then I was able to now increase them, because otherwise if I'm doing it one by one, I'll come to one, I'll increase, go to the next one, increase, third one. That's waste of time. So I can increase them like this. So I can play this video now. Remember, it's deliberate that the audio is long, is low.
On our first trip, the first day, fast forward to the first day, we visited.
Okay, so that's established. So at the beginning, what we copied from the first video, the second video we did now, I'm going to paste it, and this is it. So what I want to do with this is to write this person's name. And let's say I want to write another thing under. I can use the T. I use the T command. Usually I use the T command to bring in text as a way of shortcut. So I'm going to write design tutor and tech expert. So I can increase and reduce. I'm going to align this to the left by coming up here and align to the left and drag this in place. And I know that it's on a background that is not very friendly, so I'll look for an effect, the lift effect, so that I can see the white text a little bit more. I can make it bold, yeah, bold. Maybe change the text also to something more visible. Let me use this. Okay. Yeah. So what I want is that this comes up when he's beginning the video. So his name is the Canva Geek. I can change this effect by coming to the color to change to whatever color I want. It's up to me, however I want it, however I deem fit. And I'm going to apply an effect, another effect to this one here. So I'll go to animate, and I'm going to use baseline. So the baseline I want it to come from bottom. So I want to slow down the speed. I don't want it to come in too fast. Yeah, just like that. Now we can see that as it's talking, this is clashing. So all we need to do is click on this and keep it away from view. Also, I want to change the effect that this came with from the first video, the animation it came with, which is block. I want to change it. So let's say, let's click on block and go down here. Let's see something that works. Okay, let's look for the typewriter. Yeah, I think I prefer this. So the typewriter effect, you can choose how slow or how fast it types. I want it to happen only when it enters. And that's how you have titles or lower thirds, as the case may be. Now, coming back to this, the beautiful thing Canva has done is that for every place that we have broken this scene into, each of them, I can move them. So if I move this and I come here, this one is above. This one I moved is still below. So you can, basically what I'm trying to say is that you can individually customize them to suit what you want per view. But one good way to change it is to go to effect, because there's an effect behind it already. Go to effect, reduce the transparency, and let's play it. So now you can see that it's only this page that has the change in transparency. So I'm going to bring this down, bring down a ruler, the ruler line, and I'll go through all of the scenes to bring this to a line under. So if I come back to the first one, there will be a clash. So this time I'm going to bring it up so that there's no clash between the text and the caption. I think I'll return this because it's going to take a lot of effort to change each of them. Go back to, go to effect, and let me just take from here, click on this one, take the copy style effect and come to the next page and apply it so that it's uniform. So next will be horse adding audio to this our video. So let me go to my uploads, go to audio. I think I have some audio I've used before. So I'm going to bring my playhead to the beginning, and I'm going to use where's that one? Uplifting, and immediately it's under. And like I said the other time, I'm going to do fade for it. I'm going to fade it in and fade it out also. So now when we play, it begins with a sound. Now that sound is too loud. It's louder than the voice of the person speaking. So clicking on it still, I'll come to audio, the audio symbol, and bring down the volume so that it's at least beneath the voice of the person speaking. That's how you add audio to the background of a video. Now we're going to be talking about color correction. Now Canva is not the most professional tool that you want to use for this, but however you can still do stuff in Canva. So we're going to go to edit, and under edit we can see filters here. So I'm going to click on these filters. I'm going to apply a few of them. You can see them applied, and I can apply them across all the videos. Click on the video again, click on this video, edit, this is the one we used, and on like that. I can do that for all of them, and that's how you change colors. You can also click on one, go to the video, click on the video, edit, and you can increase how intense or light the power of that change you made would be on the video. And then you can also increase the play speed here or reduce it here. I think one last thing, or the second to last thing I want to show, is how you can add graphic elements. So say for instance, when this text titles comes in, when this title for this guy comes in, I want some sparkles around it. I'm going to show you something called under apps. Go to apps, type Lottie. So Lottie files. These Lottie files are also used even in advanced video editing softwares. And here what I'm looking for is a spark. And immediately it shows me sparks that I can use. So I think I like what I'm seeing here. This thunder. So I'll click on that. I can edit and choose another color range. So I think I would go with this. In any case, this color may not necessarily take effect so much because there's only one element here. So I'm going to go with add to design. Maybe later. Add to design. Okay. I need to connect my app to my account on Lottie files. I've done that before. I don't know why it's showing up now. Anyways, you can use that to bring in effect in here. The other way is you can go to elements, and under element, I'm going to type the same word, spark, and I'm going to go to graphics. I'll come up here to these filter options, and I'll choose animated. So you begin to see things that are like spark. So I think I would like this. So I'll click on this and bring it in. I'm going to scale it down and put it just around my name. I can take this one also and bring it down and put it around my name. And if we play that first few seconds, you can see it shows. Now the problem is these things will stay until I am done talking. However, I want it to stop immediately I'm done showing my name. So what do I do in that situation? Let me increase my timeline space for you to see what I'm about to do. So I'm going to right click on them, on one of them, and say hide timing first. Then I want to show timing, ideally show timing. So what that means is that if you look at this place, you will see that this video is this long, and this, the presence of this thing is also this long. If I click on this one also, its presence is this long. How do I notice is what I'm seeing down here? You'll see the name on it, the Canva Geek. If I click on this also, the design tutor and tech expert. So I want these things to not last the whole video of this guy talking. So what I need to do is, once I've done show timing, let's start with this one here. I'm going to reduce the time it shows for to this point. I'll click on the next item, bring it down to the same point. I'll bring this one, click on this one also, and bring it down to that point. Now this one, I may want it to show a bit longer. So here's what I'm going to do. I would let it show just a little bit longer and a bit after the Canva Geek has shown. So if we play that now, first thing we see the Canva Geek, and then it goes, and this guy keeps talking. So that's how you work with timing as well. I think there is one more thing I would like to show. Okay, I think I've done that with the other video. Yeah, I have. So yes, this is the other thing I'd like to show. So I'm going to play this video for you to see. So as simple as this video is, this is how it is done. In this case, when we're going to do this one, I'm going to change the approach. So I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to look for woman. It can be a man, anything on that video. And all I'm looking for is somebody who is not moving too much. Okay, I think this is a good video to use. So I'm going to try something now. I'll increase the size of this, and I'm going to duplicate it. Ctrl D. I'm going to align it to be on the same place. Take it away first, then use background remover to remove the background, and I'll bring it back in place. Now I'm going to type the text. Worry. Let me bring it to where you can see it. Sorry. Worry. Space. Worry. Space. Worry. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to change the color to white. Then I'm going to go to Effect and change to Curve. And this curve, I want it to go in a circle. Okay, great. And I'm going to increase the size and put it around her head. Now, this is where the trick happens. I'm going to go to Effect. I'm going to go to Position. Go to Layers. And in between the one I trimmed and the one that is a full image, I'll drag the layer of the text being in between. And let us select everything and bring it to the center of the page. Let me also put a color to this white background. Let's choose something from the background. And if I play it, Worry static behind her, and you can see through her hair. One way to make it more interesting is what I did in the video I showed you earlier. So go to Animate, scroll all the way down, and go to Rotate. So in Rotate, you can rotate it as fast as you want or as slow as you want. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit I'm gonna change the color to orange, and I'll go to effect. I'll add the glow effect to it. So if we play this now, it's different from the ordinary video we had from the beginning. So that is about all for today. I think the last thing I would like to show is that you can actually use this to do a lot of things. You can, let me delete this video for instance. You can go to your templates, the design portion, and type in YouTube intro, and you'll see intros that are already done for you to use. You can customize them. So let me click this. Let's watch what it looks like. So if you click on it, there are basic text. I mean, there are basic elements in Canva that you can repurpose for your own sake. So for instance, let's say we want to change it to stay tuned, streaming, it's too big. Okay, streaming will begin soon. I can bring the subscribe down. I can delete it. I can change the video background by deleting the video, going to element. That's one of the ways I use if I have to use templates at all. I use it in such a way that you can never draw the correlation between where I was coming from with the original templates with what I eventually will do. So I'll go to video and I'll look for maybe color stripes. Yeah, I think I like the way this one is moving gently. So I'll click on that and I can add it to my design. In fact, I like this background because it gives that feel that something is loading and I need to be patient. I can write anything, I can do whatever I want. Now, when I'm done, how do I get this out? So let's go to this project, for instance. We're fine with what we have done. We like everything. It looks good, everybody's fine, everybody's happy. How do I get it out? Go to share, and under share, go to download. On the download, you'll see that because you've been working in a video, it will automatically select video MP4. So you can download this way, or you can still tweak the settings as you wish. In my case, I think I will just leave it at this level and I'll click download. However, if the intention is that you want to save each of these as different videos, there's an option when you're downloading also, which says download pages as separate files. So what it will do is it will zip them together in a zipped file, and you will have the number of scenes that you have here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's not what we are going for. I want the highest quality possible. I'll just click download and wait for the magic to happen. Is there any question? I've been talking for about an hour now. Is there any question? Does anybody have a question? And how has it been? I've been doing the talking. Okay. Seems you guys have enjoyed it so much that you don't want to talk. That's fine. So when my video is done downloading, I will definitely find it in my folder, in your folder, wherever it is your video downloads to, and you can share it and enjoy it. I think I want to just show you a breakdown of that video one more time. Let me show you that breakdown of that video. I have it somewhere. Just give me a second. Okay. So this is the breakdown of the video that I shared with you earlier. So somebody has done this design outside Canva. It could as well be done in Canva. And this is the breakdown. Let me zoom the timeline. after this video, after this page finishes showing, the next thing you see is a video with a text that I've applied an effect to. Next, I brought up everybody. And then next, we started using that match move transition to show everybody, blurring out everybody around them. So it gives the impression that I'm zooming and paying attention to them. And as I'm doing that, I'm also bringing up their names. And then we go back to the end again with the blot ink. And that was how, okay, our video is done downloading. So this is our video. Let's play it. The only thing, let me pause this. The only thing I didn't do at this point was, I didn't apply animation to each of them. You could have applied animation to each of them, just like you saw here. Let's play from this beat, from somewhere here. You see them come up. So that was the only thing we didn't do in our case, in this video example. But you can always do that. So thank you guys for coming this month again. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, the group is always open. You can drop them on the Telegram group here, or you can drop them on the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, you can ask now in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we'll wrap up and we'll call it a day until next month again. But I'm grateful for you guys for coming around. The video will be available, the recording will be available in less than 24 hours, I believe. Yeah. Okay, you have a question? Deborah?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for this lesson. So, the second video editing that you did, that one that shows a lady worrying, yeah,
Yeah.
that lady that her hands was in her head and
Yeah.
all that. So the worry is alphabet. When you change the color,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't showing. It was supposed to show at her back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, so
But
what's your
later when you
question?
change
Just tell
the
me your
color
question.
the alphabet is showing on still on her body. You can play. Let's see.
Okay. Oh, you're saying it's not behind her. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, it's behind her.
Maybe like it's not
It's
fully
behind her. Let me
behind her. I don't
click.
know.
Let me click and show you in the layer. See, she's above here. Text is beneath. Then she's below also. The problem is because the video is not filling the. Let me just play it so that you see it. You're only seeing it through her hair and her shoulder. Can you see what's happening here? See this place.
Oh, yeah.
If it were a fuller video, you would see it better. Just in this frozen frame, for instance, see what is happening here. Her hair is letting you see through. That's basically what is happening.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so Canva's edit tool, Canva's remove background for video is not very great yet, and that's why you're seeing it show through our clothes here. So I think, let me see if that is applicable to video.
That's it.
So let's go to edit, background remover. You can't, unlike the image, you can restore some areas or clean some areas. I don't think that's not applicable again. So if Canva is watching this video, that's a place for worry of concern. Somebody just noted that at the point where this text is supposed to be behind, it's showing through on her clothes, even though on the layers panel it's behind her. It's showing on her shirt, which is something to consider in their next update if Canva is watching. Yeah. Thank you, Deborah, for that question. That's a nice observation. Thank you very much. But other than that, if you have a better video, most times also very clean, crisp videos, they have lesser issues like this. So I think you should have lesser issues like that with cleaner videos. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming. Very grateful.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen. Your voice is so unique. Anywhere you call, hello, I will know it's you. What's up?
Now getting this software.
Say that again.
Is it free? This Canva software, is it totally free?
Okay, so Canva is free. However, to do some of this stuff, you need to have a paid version. So there was this thing we were trying to plan the other time around buying subscription together. The challenge with that is, even if you buy it as a team, it saves you some money, but not that much. But if you buy it as a team, the problem is Deborah's bought under the same subscription, and maybe you guys are sharing login or on a team. If next year comes and Deborah is uninterested, that leaves you in a limbo. It leaves you halfway. So you now have to be looking for who will take up Deborah's login. So I think for now, it's best to just subscribe personally until I find a way around that team's issue. But to answer your question directly again, it's free to do some things, but you have limitations. For instance, on the free one, I think there are a couple of times you can only use a background remover. There's only a couple of times you can download per day. There's only how much quality you can download, because when you're downloading images, you can increase your quality on the pro version, but on the free version, you can't increase quality. It just gives you a permanent quality you can download. A lot of things that you can't have access to, stock images, stock videos, a lot of things that you don't have access to. But I am a senior graphic designer. I know Steven knows me off screen, and if there's a subscription I will continue to have, it is Canva. And it is not because I just want to teach Canva and make Canva sound good. It is because, truth be told, it is worth every penny of my money. I don't regret it any day. It gets my work done very fast, and if it is doing the job for me, I don't think the amount I pay, which is about roughly, I think about 30,000 naira for the whole year, I don't think that's too much. Because if it comes down to a month, I think it's about less than 3,500 or so. I'm not very sure, but you can check. So, but that's it. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be closing the class now so that everybody can, go on with other things that they may have to do. And see you later. Bye.